Hello, everyone. This will be my review for Deadpool Wolverine. If you haven't seen it, there is a slight spoiler warning. I'm not spoiling everything in the film, just like one or two things. But I'm Roman Ritchie. This is a random Ritchie review. Enjoy. As you know, this is one of the biggest films of the year and one of the best superhero films to come out probably in a long time. Um, Now this is one that is a bit more on the violent side. If you're not into that, that's a disclaimer right there. It also has a good bit of language in it, but besides that, it's an incredible film. It's fun from start to finish. I don't think there was a single dull moment. It was like a buddy road trip movie, but with superheroes. It was really fun. Now you're probably wondering, how am I going to get clips for this thing? Because I like to put clips in my videos to show you. And the thing is, I'm not, so I've made my own. And hopefully they're good enough to hold up. They're not going to look as good as the movie, but hopefully you have fun with them. First question I asked myself walking into this, how are they not going to ruin Logan? Because, most of the time, whenever you bring back a character, it ruins their death whenever it happened. And the thing is, they both do and don't they poke fun at Logan by digging up his bones and then using that as Deadpool fights people with Logan's bones at the beginning of this movie. It's actually really funny. And it's better than just bringing him back, deciding to hit him with some serum that just brings him back, because what happens is that Logan is dead. All his memories are gone. Everything that he was is gone. So he gets a different Wolverine, which is the same character, but it's different. It's hard to explain unless you actually watch the movie. But I was honestly surprised with how they pulled off. They acted like they were ruining Logan without ruining Logan, if that makes any sense at all. What? So right after the credits, you find out that Wade Wilson is retired. He does not want to be Deadpool anymore. He feels like he's not important. He's done. He doesn't need it anymore. His life, it just does not feel like it has meaning. He just wants to feel important, but he does not see the people around him who thinks he's some great person. He does not feel like he's that person that they see. He does not feel like he is a real superhero. And then later on, he gets a surprise party. It showed this in the trailer, so you should know it. Big old surprise party for him for his birthday. That's whenever he gets a knock at the door and the TVA show up, also in the trailer. And they say that he has to go with them, beat him up, and take him with them. So whenever they take him, they tell him, you're going to be part of the MCU, the Sacred Timeline. That's the one that's been running. That's the movie series that has been running since the first Iron Man movie. And I think their last one was The Marvels, if I remember correctly. There could be, this is technically their last one. But was the one before that The Marvels? I don't remember. I stopped following a while ago, and this is what's kind of bringing me back into it. But he's told, you're going to be part of the MCU, and he's like, yes, now I get to be an Avenger, which is great news. But your world, with everybody you love in it, they're all going to die, which is not good news. So he finds out his anchor being, which is Wolverine, is dead in his universe. And that's whenever you find, he goes back and the opening credits happened and stuff. It doesn't go the whole way through that scene. It just, of course, recaps it. And he finds out the only way to save his universe is by getting that anchor being back, which means he has to go to another universe and get a different Wolverine, which has a really funny montage of him seeing different Wolverines throughout different universes. And then he finds one that's perfect for him. And this Wolverine has nothing going on. He's a disgrace in his world, and he would love to leave it. And Deadpool's like, that's a great idea. You're coming with me. And then he takes that Wolverine with him to the TVA when the TVA gives him some pretty bad news.
Oh no! Oh no! No!
So he gets this Wolverine, and then the TVA's like, well, your world's still getting destroyed because we're not interested in saving your world. And then they hit a button and send him to the Void, which is a superhero garbage dump.
What an incredible smell you've discovered!
Fun little fact here, they have a 20th Century Fox thing just slammed in the background, and I love how they mentioned that Disney bought Fox, so they don't need that anymore. It's a little fun thing. There's a ton of Fox superhero movie references throughout this entire film, which are really fun. I'm only going to tell you one of them, but the rest of them, I want you to like experience for yourself because my mind was blown. So they get angry at each other and start fighting, which happens multiple times throughout the film, and I love it. Each time they fight, it's just like one of the greatest scenes because it's really funny, but because none of them can die, so there is no real risk here, and it's just really fun. But while they're fighting, they encounter what looks like it's going to be Captain America, but it's actually Chris Evans as Johnny Storm. So Deadpool, Wolverine, and Johnny Storm, all three of them get captured and are getting taken to somewhere. I don't want to tell you where yet. I'll tell you in like 10 seconds, though. Johnny starts explaining to him what the Void is and how everybody gets like dumped there. It's basically a superhero garbage dump, like I told you before. And they make it to this base, which is a giant Ant-Man body. Showed that in the trailer, so I'm not really spoiling anything here. The only last thing I'm going to tell you is who the main villain of this is. It's Professor X's twin sister. She was sent there from a different universe, not the main Marvel storyline, but a different one. And she's the main villain. And to show how evil she is, she rips Johnny Storm's skin off like this. Now, as the film goes on, you get little references, more fun. It's just real. It's a blast. I had so much fun in the theater. So much fun watching this movie. It was incredible. There's one scene I really want to point out here. It was one of the best scenes in it. Is a fight inside of a car, and it looks like it. It's between Deadpool and Wolverine again. They get another fight, and they just start fighting each other right inside a Honda Odyssey. It looks much better than what I'm about to show you right here. So that's probably the most I'm going to tell you about like the main details of this film. It goes on and it's a wonderful journey to find your self-worth. Like because everybody's worth something and that's what this movie shows in the most fun, incredible, funny way possible. Like I said, not a single dull moment. I don't think there's one moment in the theater where it's like, is this thing going to end anytime soon? Even though they do make jokes about it like needing to end soon, I honestly did not want this thing to end. It was incredible. And I'm going to even just throw in what the ending kind of looks like without telling you what it is, just so whenever you do watch the movie, it makes it a whole lot better. But I don't want you to get like this entire film spoiled for. I want you to experience it for yourself because some of the surprises are really nice. It's a wonderful love letter to the Fox superhero movies. And if you're like a big superhero fan, I've been watching these since I was a wee lad. Like ever since I was a small boy, I've been seeing these movies. And it's just a wonderful goodbye. Like everybody who's watched these movies and got really attached is grown up now. And that's why this movie probably is more on the rated R side because it's supposed to give you that feeling that, it's time to let that all go. It was wonderful and it was incredible. And at the end credits, they have a wonderful montage just to give a tribute to all their past films. And I loved everything about it. It hit a special spot that's like, it was fun while they were going, and it's fun to remember them. And I'm going to, of course, go back and watch different Fox superhero films still. But it's just a wonderful tribute. And if you've watched any of the superhero movies before, like the MCU, before the superhero movie genre really blew up and got big, it's going to be a blast. You're going to love it. And the ending might even hit a special spot in your heart.
Aww.
So that should be it for my review. But don't go yet. Don't go. Stay. I have an important announcement. As you know, I have put a poll up for everybody to vote. Well, I've had the poll up. I've recently taken it down. Sometime this week, hopefully this week, I will announce what is the winner, and I'll dive deep into that franchise. But that should be it for today. I hope all of you have a great day. If you're watching this in the morning, have a great morning. afternoon, have a great afternoon, or have a good night. And if you are on the toilet, it is time to wipe. I'm Roman Ritchie, and this has been a Random Ritchie Review.